and then I'll get your question. All right, let's look at this inequality, and I want to ask, what type of inequality is this? We're going to talk about two types today. So what type is this one? Is it addition or is it subtraction? Don't be fooled by the sign. It is a subtraction inequality, right? Yeah. Yeah, sorry. It may have thrown you off or something, but this is a subtraction inequality. Why? Because what's happening to the variable? It is having a quantity subtracted. Yeah, so what property do I have to use to undo that subtraction? Property of inequality. So what do I add to both sides? Yeah, 155 to both sides. This is like a warm-up, guys. S is less than or equal to 600. So that's going to be Monday. Okay, so you get this inequality right here. But reviewing yesterday, I want you to write this if you're here, and if not, maybe you get it. Write this in set builder notation. Set builder, you're like, what? Set builder would be using the braces. And look what I'm going to do here. Set builder, done. Yeah, and that's what I actually do on my papers. I just put the such that sign, S again, the little braces, and I'm done. Now, sorry? Yes, we're going to, because this is how you're going to write your answers for most of the problems. But then there's a second way of writing it, which is called interval notation. So here, this is set builder, and this is a reminder, or for some, maybe it's like, I don't even know what you're doing. It's set builder. And then I want interval. Yes, Max?
Is there any way you can do different, draw those little...
braces? Okay, the technical way is like that. But I kind of go quickly. So just make them close to what we're drawing here. I'm not grading you on exactness, but it should not look like this, and it should not look like that, right? Because what is this? Parenthesis, what's that? A bracket. And are they all just the same thing? No, they're used differently at different times, depending on the context. Okay, here, who can read this for me? Does anyone remember from yesterday? How do I read this? Jack?
S is a number such that S is less than or equal to 600.
Good. S is any number such that S is less than or equal to 600. Now, someone in the last class, Mr. A, why do you even have to put that? We know S is any number. Well, S doesn't always have to be any number. And you're like, what? Okay, let me give you an example just with this problem. A school can only have a maximum of 600 students. Let's just say they don't have enough classrooms to go above 600. So you would say the students, the number of students has to be less than or equal to 600. You guys agree with that? That's a good matchup with that? Okay, now my options are 600, 599, 598, 597, so on and so forth, all the way down to 0, right? Am I going to say that the number of students is 559.3? No. Oh, sorry. 540 and 2/3 students are in our school. Okay, we're in trouble if that's the case. But this is what I would do. If we were talking about that application, I would say S is not any number. S is an integer such that S is less than or equal to 600. So that means what kind of number does S have to be? An integer. Can it be any type of number? No, because we don't have partial students. We don't have partial students. So you can't say 599 and 2/3 or 599 and 1/5. That doesn't match up. So you see, you can restrict it. Restrict the type of numbers.
What about if, at this, not this school, at a school?
Okay.
It was
my make-believe school, right? Okay.
Yeah, you have to have 50 to 600 kids. How would you rate that?
Sorry, you have what?
50 to 600 kids. You can't have below 50, but you have to be...
Good, yeah. Actually, Bella, you're looking at 3-5 on that. Compound inequalities.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. We'll do that. We'll definitely do that. All right, who can give me interval notation? Mandy.
Parentheses, negative infinity, and then comma 600 and bracket.
What?
How do you know what having the infinity sign?
Okay, can I tell you? So I need quiet so you guys can listen to me. All right, listen. The order matters, the symbols matter, negative matters, and so how do you distinguish all that? Okay, if you can draw the graph, that might be able to help you. Can you guys just draw the graph real quick? Because you got to do it too. All right, what kind of circle goes on 600? Close. Is that important to know? Yeah. Yes, even for interval notation. Line going to the left. Okay, no, I haven't explained it yet. We're just graphing. Okay, now listen to me carefully. Is this graph going into negative infinity's direction or positive infinity's direction? Negative. So that's how we got negative infinity. Everyone okay with how I got negative infinity? Okay, hold on. I'm not done yet. And infinity, whether negative or positive, always gets a parenthesis. So you guys get that? Infinity, negative, infinity, positive, always parenthesis, no matter what. Okay, but then that 600, do you know where we got that number from? Okay, but why is it a parenthesis? Why is it brackets instead of a parenthesis? Does anyone know how to explain that? Yes, Elizabeth? Yeah, this bracket means it was a closed circle on 600, or that 600 is included in my answer. Okay, so you get how it's closed, you get how it's parenthesis, you get how it's negative infinity, but why can't it just be flipped around? So think of it, negative infinity goes which way? To the left. Is this on the left side? Yeah, so it's kind of showing that, and then the right is where the barrier is. This is where the barrier is. It goes infinitely that way, barrier. So we'll go through this over and over because it's the whole point, and it's a review of yesterday's lesson. Yes, ma'am?
Can you have two brackets, one on each side?
You could, but if you have infinity, no. But we will have two brackets soon, just not right now.
Is there ever like a situation you never have an infinity in the parentheses?
Bella's example of you can have up to 600 and not less than 50 would have, you would have brackets, 50, 600, comma. That's it. Because you can have anything in between those, including those numbers themselves. There's no infinity. Mm-hmm. So yeah, good examples. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for the question, which is?
Can you explain again how you determine if you have a parenthesis or bracket on one side?
Yeah, infinity always has parenthesis. So if you have infinity sign, always parenthesis. And then the number can have a bracket or parenthesis. If you have an open circle, it's a parenthesis. If you have a closed circle, like you have here, it's a bracket. Okay, let's keep going because we'll do more. This is interval, the second way interval. All right, how many of you are like, Mr. A, I think I'm getting this here. I get the notation. Okay, a few of you are like sure of it. Some of you are not there. And some of you are like not even here. So, okay, stay with me. All right, go ahead and work this one out. N minus 26 is greater than negative 12. What kind of inequality is this? We have two types we're talking about today.
Subtraction.
Oh, very nice. Subtraction inequality. What will solve a subtraction inequality? Addition. So what are you going to add to both sides?
26.
Good, 26. Just be careful when you add or subtract in the other problems because you got to make sure you do it correctly. You're going to get n is greater than 14. All right, set builder, ready? Done with set builder. That's set builder.
If you added 12 to each side, would you still get?
You're allowed to add 12 to both sides. You would get n minus 14 is greater than 0, but would n be by itself? So then you'd have to add 14 to both sides, and you'd get this anyway. So you can do multiple things, or you could do like one thing to make that process happen. Yes, ma'am?
So what they did yesterday was, is it the set builder?
Set builder, and then this next one, interval. All right, who wants to give me interval on this one? Interval, Sarah?
It's going to be parentheses, 14, comma, infinity sign, parentheses.
Okay, let's see if this matches what we talked on just a little bit ago. Do we have an infinity sign going to the right? Like, is this arrow going to the right? Yeah, because greater than. Is there a parenthesis next to that? Great. It's on the right side. And then why does 14 have a parenthesis, Cole? Open circle. So if it were closed, which means this was equal to, it would have been a bracket. But this is your answer. And then the graph, which I alluded to as I explained interval, would be what kind of circle on 14? Open. Line going to the?
Right.
Do you see how my interval matches my graph? Like almost like it has the same directions, has the same barriers, all that kind of stuff. It's cool. Yep.
I have
You got a hack?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's not figure out.
Okay.
It's
Thank you.
figure out which like grouping symbol you put on it. Because
You can write this stuff down.
or equal to sign has a line in there, and the brackets are made up of lines. And then the other one,
Has no
no
line.
lines, and it's an open circle. And if you connect the parentheses together, it'd be a circle.
I think I see what you're saying. If that's what you're gonna get to memorize it, that's okay. That's good.
Is this going to be on my quiz Thursday?
Yes. Yeah, so we have 2 more lessons to go over before that quiz. So we'll have 3-3 and 3-4 on Thursday. And then we still have a day to review, or at least a class period to review for that. So trust me, I think you guys are going to get this sooner than you think. Some of you are already there like, okay, I got this. Okay, second type of inequality is an addition inequality. How do you solve an addition inequality? Use the subtraction property of inequality, which is right here stated. If A is greater than B, then A minus C is greater than B minus C, which basically means this. You can subtract the same thing from both sides of an inequality and keep it the same. By the way, guys, you know the symbol right here is greater than. Can you replace it with less than? Or less than or equal to? Or greater than or equal to? And still make it all true? Yes, like you just change all this one into these into that one, these into that one, and it still works out. That's how awesome it is. Awesome.
Can you, for
You guys okay with that? Okay, go ahead.
For the problems that we just did, could you do this, like, could you do, I don't know what it is, addition thing?
You could technically add a negative value to both sides.
No, but it says, like, n minus 26 is greater than negative 12. So if I subtracted 26 from both sides, would n still be greater than, well, negative 12?
On that, let me look at the problem. Okay, if you subtracted what?
26.
If you subtracted 26 from both sides, you'd get n minus 52 is greater than negative 38. So you could do it, but it doesn't help you to solve. All right, guys, Mr. A's 4 steps to success on equations or inequalities. Are there any parentheses here? If there were, you need to get rid of them. So step 1's done. Step 2, are there any like terms on either side? Yeah, the like terms are negative 7x and positive 8x. So negative 7x plus 8x gives me x. So I get 10 plus, you could say 1x or just x, greater than or equal to 8. Then, what kind of equation is this? Wow, I kept struggling with this last hour. What kind of inequality is this? It's an addition one. What solves addition inequalities? So you're going to subtract 10 from both sides. You get x is greater than or equal to negative 2. Set build it. Set built. Interval it. Okay, yes, Annie?
Would you do parenthesis and then negative? No. It would be, yeah.
Oh, I get it. You're testing me. I get it. Good.
It would be a bracket and then negative 2.
Terrible
and then
bracket.
Parentheses
Sorry, and I got really distracted with my bracket. Okay. My brackets were way off. Okay, go ahead. Negative.
You do -2, and then parenthesis, infinity, and then a parenthesis.
Okay. So it's a bracket, -2, comma, infinity, parenthesis. Does infinity always have a parenthesis? Yes, we should know that by now. Positive infinity means it has to be on the right. And then that means the number -2. Whoa, why is it bracket again, Molly?
Because it's close.
Close circle on -2. How many of you, please be honest and please listen to the question. How many of you are more comfortable with this than you were at the beginning of this class? You know what it took? Not me. Just practice. Practice. That's that. Yes, ma'am?
How come in the first part we did, what's that thing called that you just did with the negative?
Interval.
Yeah. In the first one, the infinity sign was first.
Was it negative infinity?
Yeah. So would the number was second?
So negative infinity will always be on the left side. Positive infinity will always be on the right. Always. Always. If you have infinity. Negative infinity always has to be on this side, positive. There will be problems where you have no infinity at all. And that's going to be on the compound inequality. 50 students minimum, 600 students maximum. There's closed circles on both with a line going in between. There's no infinity. But that's next week. Sorry, what kind of circle on -2? Close. Oh, you know what was cool, guys? When I hear myself talk, I'm like, am I talking too fast, too slow? Am I slurring my speech? I have to be careful because I tend to slur. But when I watch my videos, sometimes just to see if I said the right thing or is this the video I'm going to use, I do twice speed, which is really cool because I sound like I'm talking like this and I'm talking real fast, but it sounds like I know what I'm saying because I'm saying it so quickly. So that's really cool if you get to hear yourself twice speed. I'm surprised I can even do that because I'm bad at that. Line going to the right. That is correct. I love it.
If it makes you feel good, I learned my left and my right from this class last year.
Can I give you something here? I was not very comfortable with my right left until 3 years ago. Oops. Wait, sorry, that was just a joke.
You mean third grade, not 3 years ago.
That's what no, actually it was because some of you, directionally, you're very good. Go down this road, turn there, go there, you're there. And you're like, whoa. But I know, and so before that, I was like, no, they said in Colorado, in Denver, the mountains are west. Now, I don't even know where west is here. I have okay, that way, thank you. I believe you, because I don't know. Yeah, I have no clue. So they would say, look at the mountains, and that's west. So I would be here in this spot here in Denver, around Denver, and I see mountains that are kind of wrapping around us. I'm like, wait, it can't be all of that. So where's west? But people can figure that out. I am not one of those people. So what happens is when you told me left and right, you know what I used to do to figure out left and right? It wasn't this, because even this, they both look like L's. So I would have to do this. When I used to go to school when I was in first grade, the school bus I used to go on always took a right at a certain intersection. So this is literally what I did. Every time I distinguished both. We used to turn this way. That's right. The other way is left. I thought through that every time. So I remember as a driving instructor, as a first-time driving instructor, I was like, all right, at the next intersection, turn, I would say this, at the next intersection, turn left. And they're like, wait, what way? Left. And then some of you are like, what's wrong with that? What way is that?
Right.
Oh my goodness. It's right. And so I said, okay, on a driving test or when I'm teaching a kid in Denver, like downtown Denver, I better know what I'm saying because I don't want to die. So I had to realize, okay, right, left, right. And now in teaching, do you guys notice what I do for you guys? I try to do this. This is your left, this is your right. So do you guys see what I'm doing here? I'm going backwards for myself. I'm saying this is your left, this is your right. What's my left and my right? My right, my left. Your left, my right. I have to communicate it so you guys know where I'm going. So it takes practice because I'm not good at that.
Stop doing driving instructing because you didn't know which one was left and right.
It could have also had something to do with us moving, but that's possible. I don't know. All right, go. Sorry?
What direction?
It's your right, my left. Yeah. I had to get him. I don't think. Well, I sometimes think about that bus. It turned right. Sorry? Thank you. Okay, go ahead and work this one out. Same process that we went through. Please don't test me with right and left. Unless we're driving, then I'm ready for you. Chelsea, question?
Yeah. So, since the arrow is pointing to the right, and it says that x is greater than or equal to the smart one.
Oh, the last one? This one right here?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So x is greater than or equal to... Are you okay? Okay, that's all right. Sorry, I'm just going to bring this up. Last class, I had a couple of questions. Mister, I have a question. All right, what's the question? They look at me. Oh, no, I have the answer. And then someone else did that at a different time. Mister, I have a question. All right, yep. They look at me. Oh, no, I got it. I'm like, whoa. Just by looking at me, they get the answer? That's amazing. Yeah, no, it's just, sometimes you just think of your question and you're like, oh, okay, I got it. So that was all you, not me.
I'm so confused because it's a variable.
It's on one side. This is the dividing line. Uh-oh. Oh, that's kind of cool. Answer. Let me work it out. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to fast forward this here. All right, I got 9 is less than, and then I combine the 1 and the 2, that gives me 3. And then I combine the 6m and the negative 5m, that gives me positive 1m. So this is my problem. Then I subtract 3 from both sides. I get 6 is less than m. Now, some of you, this is confusing, and that's okay because it's kind of like, wait, which way is it? Can you switch this around? You could say m and 6, that m first and 6, but what happens to that sign? It must switch. It's m is greater than 6. So our set builder's right there. Interval notation. Elizabeth. Ouch, that was quick. All right. And then your graph. Oops, don't want to do that. Josh, what's your graph?
That would be 6.
And doesn't interval notation tell you that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys get better at that, you'll get better at your graphing as well. Okay. Yes, sir?
Why isn't there a bracket?
Good question. Why is there no bracket right here? It's an open circle on 6. And how do you know it's open? There's no equal to sign there, right? If it had an equal to sign, it would be a closed circle and it'd be a bracket. Max, go ahead.
How do you know which side the infinity up is on or which side?
Someone answer that question. Chelsea? Listen, Max, because I'm going to ask you next.
Oh, if it's positive, the infinity side is always on the right, but if it's negative,
Okay.
Do you know that? Do you get that, Max? Okay, positive infinity, Max, goes which direction? Positive infinity. To the right, and then negative infinity goes to the left. So you're always going to put the negative infinity over here and the positive infinity over here, because that's where it goes. All right, this is what I'm going to do for you guys. If you get this next problem, I'll give you your homework. If you don't get this next problem, well, don't ask. Just do it. It clicked. Uh-oh. Sorry? Yeah, give me set builder, interval, and the graph. Give me all 3. On your homework, by the way, guys, the first problems are just going to say, are just going to have set builder. So that's fine. And then the second set of problems are going to be set builder, interval, and graphing. So be ready to do any of them. And I'm not checking anyone until the end. I'll give the answer and then, or the answers I should say. So I hope you get it. All right, give you another 30 seconds if you need it. What is that? All right, answers. H is any number such that H is greater than 12. 12 with the parenthesis next to it, infinity with the parenthesis next to it, open circle on 12 line going to the right.
So we'll do all three, graph, interval, and...
On some problems, and on others, just set builder. Okay, I have another deal for you, deal or no deal. If you get this next problem right, I will reduce your homework load. I'm not kidding. And it's individuals, so if you get it right, you don't have as much homework.
That's a lot of pressure, Mr. Ray.
Get to work. Uh-oh. Wait, yes. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's kind of a tough one. Oops. All right, get over the shock. Pick your jaw off the ground and start to work.
Pick it off the ground.
Yes. Yeah, just work it carefully, guys. Don't forget your signs. You're dealing with decimals. And I want set builder, interval, and graph in order to get the reduced load. All right, guys, if the bell rings again, as we've been able to experience today, the bell sounded off. It will probably not be the right time. So I will dismiss you guys when it's time. I'm guessing it's going to ring soon, but it's not accurate.
Do you want us to do a graph with this?
Yeah, graph, set builder, and interval, all three. And you got to get all three in order to get the reduced load. Oh yeah, no pressure. No problem. I mean, one problem. Yes, ma'am?
I have a question.
Okay. You have one? Yeah, just a moment.
Is it okay if I just do it?
Yes. And then I'll clarify that because I'll tell you what I want from the homework.
I don't know why I did, but I lost my there.
You said you added 5 to both sides, but did you really add to both sides? You added 5 here and here, but this is the other side right here.
So you're supposed to add 5 right here?
Yeah, if you wanted to do that, but you really don't want to. You just want to combine these two, don't you?
So is that 11?
No, it's 6x minus 5x.
So it would be 1x.
Mm-hmm. 0.1 is less than 1 1x minus 16.7. Yes, ma'am? Question? Oh, save your answer. We'll check it together. I'll show you. You'll be able to see the difference, and hopefully it'll be worth it. Well, I think I'll be able to show it, but I'll tell you. Actually, let me see here. Yeah, I can. I can kind of show you. Okay, time to reveal the answer. Okay, 30 seconds.
I'll give another slide.
Yeah, probably Yeah, don't feel bad if you get it wrong. It's not like, I mean, you just get more practice. I know that's not great. I wouldn't like it either, but it'll help you out. Okay, please finish up. Uh-oh. That's okay. That's why I got to get it revealed here. All right, ready? It is x is any number such that x is greater than 3.6. Interval notation, graph. Now, with the graph, hold on quickly with the graph. This is what I want on your homework. Sorry, to help you out. It's because the next slide gives you your homework. I just got to get there. You see how it's 3.6? What I really want you guys to do is, I want you to use, I want to use the integer before and after. So you're going to use 3 and 4. And where would 3.6 go? A little bit to the right of center. And that would be 3.6, open circle. So please do that. Yes, ma'am?
If for this we put 2 and 4 and then put the line between the 3 and 4, would it be good?
No, this is good for today. Yes, for right now. Okay. Here. This was the original assignment. So this is if you got it, if you didn't get it right. And then this is your new assignment. Wow. Yes, you can be giddy about it, I guess.